Welcome to the evidence log. The investigation starts now. Tonight's case file, The Last Rewind. We're looking into the mysterious collapse of a global giant, a name that once defined movie nights for millions, Blockbuster. What really happened? Was it just technology, or was something else at play? Let's examine the evidence. Our investigation begins in the early 2000s. Blockbuster was at its peak, with over 9,000 stores worldwide. Evidence Log Exhibit A. Their revenue in 2004 was nearly $6 billion. They were an absolute titan. But a small, almost unnoticed company was making a move. ADV day-by-mail service called Netflix. In 2000, Netflix's founder, Reed Hastings, approached Blockbuster with a proposal. Evidence Log Exhibit B. Hastings offered to sell Netflix to Blockbuster for $50 million. He suggested Netflix could run Blockbuster's brand online, while Blockbuster focused on its stores. The CEO at the time, John Antioco, reportedly laughed them out of the room. He saw Netflix not as a threat, but as a niche business. This decision is our first critical piece of evidence, a massive miscalculation. As the years went on, another piece of evidence emerged: late fees. Blockbuster's business model relied heavily on them. In fact, in 2000, late fees accounted for an estimated $800 million of their revenue. This created a huge amount of customer dissatisfaction. People hated the feeling of being punished for being a day late. Netflix, on the other hand, had no late fees. You just kept the DVD until you were ready for the next one. This customer-friendly approach was a powerful weapon. By the mid-2000s, the writing was on the wall. High-speed internet was becoming common, and the concept of streaming video was no longer science fiction. Evidence Log Exhibit C. Blockbuster did try to compete. They launched their own Blockbuster online service to rival Netflix, and even eliminated late fees for a while. But it was too little, too late. They were playing catch-up in a race they could have led. The company was saddled with debt from its physical stores, while Netflix was nimble and focused purely on digital distribution. The final nail in the coffin was the financial crisis of 2008. Blockbuster's debt became unmanageable, and in 2010, they filed for bankruptcy. The verdict? Blockbuster wasn't just killed by Netflix or new technology. It was a self-inflicted wound, a death by 1,000 cuts caused by arrogance, a failure to adapt, and a business model that alienated its own customers. The empire that once dominated entertainment crumbled, leaving behind just one last store in Bend, Oregon, a living museum of what once was. What are your thoughts on the downfall of Blockbuster? Do you have any memories of renting from them? Tell us your thoughts in the comments below. Please like and subscribe for more investigations from the evidence log.